So last time we met, I believe we concluded the battle with the electric snake thing, and we all survived. And I really don't know much beyond that.
The ghosty stuff.
Oh yeah, there was ghosty things.
Ghosty thing.
Did I write notes?
I don't know.
Hold on.
There was a shark thing, I think.
Oh yeah, it was the shark because we beated the
Yeah.
snake thing in the previous set or 2 seasons ago
Hmm.
or sessions ago, and then we had the shark thing, and it turned out it was a dream,
We floated.
and I nearly died multiple times.
Good
I don't
time.
think you actually took any damage that time.
I
Apparently, I've
think I did, but I'm not sure.
gotten really bad at taking notes.
Yeah, you're becoming one of us.
One of us. One of us. Google gobble. One of us.
Okay, so I'll provide recap on this one. So the party has rested in the taking residence in the buildings of the plaza after defeating the construct. You guys have gathered what materials that you thought were interesting. Some destroyed crystal from the beast that were similar to the crystals that you had before. They didn't seem to have energy in them because these were more fractured than the cracked power stone you had found before in the middle of the desert. There was also some arcane writing on the construct, but you were unable to really understand how it worked. Maybe with some extended time, you could figure that out. Then you all took a long rest in one of the buildings. Katya, Sobek, Click, and Maze all woke up to these strange spectral creatures swimming about in the central plaza. The party investigated with it, some people being more hesitant than others. And you all were having a good time until Sobek tried to interact with one of the creatures. The lights that had been coating all the creatures changed, and a giant shark-like creature came out and attacked Sobek. Yada yada yada. Once the shark had disappeared, you all had difficulty returning to your bodies before eventually figuring out that somehow you were on a separated from your actual bodies. Katya laid down in her own body where she thought it was and disappeared, and then eventually everyone followed suit. Okay, so I am going to need, as a result of the battle, Click, can you roll 4 times
What am I rolling?
a d20?
Okay, D20 4 times.
Yes, tell me each number, please.
13.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
Natural 20.
All right. Katya, can you roll twice?
D20.
Yes, please.
Two.
Okay.
7.
All right. And
Okay.
Levi, can you roll once?
Yeah, we're not touching you again.
Okay. Okay. Chris, you're first in line. Can you roll a d100 for me?
I'm special. I don't have to roll.
All right. I don't know if I like these rolls, Logan.
Oh, I don't know what they mean.
Whenever Logan does anything mysterious, I think we're just like, I don't like this.
61.
61.
Who has a guinea pig?
That sounds like birds. Oh, okay. It is a guinea pig.
The girls.
Okay, so
Chatty.
you all wake up from your long rest, and Maze stretches their arms, go, ah! How is everyone? Ah! Why can't I stop? Ah!
Stop what? What? Can you not stop?
Ah!
Screaming?
Huh.
It's not just screaming! They're shouting very loudly.
Sounds like screaming to me.
No! It's not just screaming! I'm trying to talk!
Well, maybe stop.
Talk quieter.
They close their mouth.
It's an improvement.
Hey!
That's the quietest sneeze I've ever heard.
Cooper. That's what Maze sounds like.
Okay. Well,
I
besides
hear-
Mr. Shouty, anyone else have any
Hush.
interesting side effects?
Side effects.
I don't know. Whatever caused them to start shouting.
I don't know what's happening. Oh, it's gone.
Well, it didn't last.
Come here.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Having a stroke there, buddy?
They Maze puts their hands on their head. I don't know. Not a doctor.
Follow my hand.
Just some little neurological issue.
Smile for me, Maze.
Since Levi is so enthralled with Maze, he grabs a dagger and says, "Okay, well, we can find out."
No, please.
Well,
Can you give me a big toothy grin
Okay.
to either side troop?
Now,
All right, you're fine. Or lift both of your arms. You're fine.
scratches. All right.
well,
There you go.
besides
So
that
we can
weirdness,
open 'em up.
No, those are the
Not
signs
yet,
to look
not
for.
yet.
He didn't have a stroke.
we open them up when we're done.
Don't show them your butt.
So we gotta let something kill him first.
Maze tries to shake Sobek. Sobek is unresponsive.
Does that mean we have to stay here and babysit him the whole? Ah,
Did he break again?
Cooper.
Sobek.
Yeah. Did
Sobek's not moving.
Oh, great.
Stolbeck break again?
You see a little progress bar beeping on their eyes.
Is he charging?
Progress bar.
Calculating updates.
Damn it! What?
All right, hold on. Maze pulls out the pole, opens it up, puts it on the ground. Help me roll him in, please.
What the heck?
Rolls him in.
In the hole he goes. What?
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was like, can I put him in the bag of holding?
Well, we've been
In
using
the hole.
we've been using portable hole because it's got a bigger opening on it.
That makes sense.
He doesn't
Heck.
need air.
She rolls it up, puts it in the pocket.
At least he's easy to take with.
Yeah.
Convenient.
All right. Well, that was interesting last night. Did anyone else experience the spectral fish? Just so I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. Fish, shark thing. You know, just more fun stuff because, you know, if we're not having a hard enough life while we're awake, might as well make sleeping difficult too.
Yeah, that was definitely strange. You didn't feel like sleeping.
No. No, it did not.
No.
It's like I've never floated before. That was amazing.
That
I'm
was
I'm
awesome.
I'm actually glad I came on this trip.
Well,
I
maybe
mean,
you can
like,
still
there's-
float.
Well, there's all kinds of discoveries that we can make here.
How
I
do you
mean,
even quantify that discovery?
I wrote some notes, and when we get back to the White Spire, I will share them.
You're gonna
Just
sound like a crazy
remember,
person.
never touch the ghosty things again.
Yes,
Mm.
I wonder if we fall asleep in this dome again, is that going to result in more spectral fish?
We'll just keep you
Do I
up.
want to?
But we had spectral fish outside of the dome.
Yes, we did.
Should we try to touch them outside of the dome?
I'll mark that down for something to try later. Touch fish. Now, as you go all have long rested, you look outside your windows, and like in this rundown 2-story building. Illumination has come back to the area underside the dome, but whereas it's no longer pitch black, it's just a very dull gray. It's for all of you with dark vision, you're able to see, but it's almost like there's a static in front of your eyes, is how you would describe it, just from the swirling sands all around you, blocking it most of the ambient light.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I'm real tired of sand.
Yeah. But hey, we're on the path of discovery.
Hmm.
It's like you'll all make history.
Assuming we make it back.
Oh, I think we can make it back.
We could die here.
We could.
Wouldn't be the first ones to, by the look of it.
No, it looks like the whole city's dead.
Yeah.
And I believe Click said that this whole city's been desecrated.
That is correct. Yes.
Can we fix that?
Probably not.
I
Maybe.
could if I was given enough time and resources.
What kind of resources do you need?
1,000 gold worth of incense for every
Ooh.
use.
Well,
I don't have that much.
if the treasure hoard's intact, I'm sure you could buy several uses of that spell.
I'm sure.
So how about we go looking for it?
No, I think we should just leave.
Maze gives a frown.
How many spells am I allowed to prepare?
For a paladin, is it level plus charisma? Or am I thinking of something else?
Oh, I'm allowed 9.
Cool.
Sorry, I didn't have all of my spells prepared, and I was like, well, we just woke up. I can look at what I have. Chris, what spell are you able to use to do that?
Hollow.
Ah,
Mm.
I don't think I have access to that yet.
Let me pull it up real
Fancy.
quick. Because I looked at it.
I think it's 5th level.
So what's that do exactly?
Yeah, it is. It's a 5th level spell. Herbs, oils, and incense worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, which it will consume. Touch a point and infuse an area around it with holy or unholy power. The area can have a radius of up to 60 feet. And the spell fails if the radius includes an area already under the effect of the hollow spell.
Nice.
Affected area is subject to the following effects, and it lists like 2 major effects that it can unleash.
Fortunately, not big enough for a city.
I don't think I'll need Find Steed while I'm in here.
And I will say the hollow spell lasts until it is dispelled.
All right. Yeah, I'm only on 3rd level spells, so.
I'm praying we get leveled up so that way I get access to a 6th level spell soon.
Well, in a little bit of meta knowledge, the best way to level up.
Just to bribe the DM.
No, is
To
to
Fix the DM's
No.
car?
oh.
No. Fortunately, I'm not an auto body mechanic, so no.
I mean, if you pay an out-of-body mechanic. No, I won't accept those kinds of bribes.
Flattery.
Why
That's
don't
what
I
you're
believe
getting,
you?
flattery. And you look exceptionally radiant today.
No, it's to explore the dungeon.
Well, you need to carry on. We're trying to go towards the pyramid thing, right?
To the fortress in the center
Yeah.
is what Maze said.
Yes. So I guess we should carry on. Is that towards the north of us?
It is towards the upper level of the screen. Right now, you guys are in this plaza. You guys came in from this direction to the south. You see a road that leads to the north, or
Wait,
yeah,
this is our old battle map.
right. You
I
guys
thought
slept.
we were in a different area now.
No, no,
okay.
Oh,
you
we
guys,
never left.
you guys slept in this building.
Yeah. Okay. We came from the
Did
south.
we- Did we end up getting a long rest?
Yes, you did.
Do you think atonement would work on the automatons?
What does atonement do?
Oh, so it's the ceremony spell. You touch one willing. Oh, it's gotta be willing. Never mind. Take it back.
As we begin getting ourselves ready, eating down on rations and fastening the remaining bits of our armor, Click is just going to look specifically to Laura or to Kat and say, Kat, the teachings from your temple, what do they teach?
To put it probably in the simplest terms, there is a seed of light in everyone and everything.
You said everyone and everything.
Yes, and it just takes nurturing that seed to bring it out.
Does that require another, or can that be done internally?
It can be done internally, but sometimes it can take another to show that it is there.
Are you guys talking about gods again?
Yes, we are.
Wasting your time over such silly things.
Yeah, they're kind of worthless.
Literally, without Lathander, I would be dead.
They're always promising and expecting you to do all this stuff, and
No, Lathander expects nothing of me. I contribute my life and services to pretty much give back for what he has given me.
has he really given you that, or has that been just you happen to get it?
No, You guys know I was in the army.
Yes.
I was in a battle.
Well, we've had lots of battles.
Not like this. Both armies were decimated. A horror. We were in the forest and a rolling horror came in. I don't even know how to describe it. But everybody, it didn't matter what side, everybody was screaming and running and dying. And next thing I know, I woke up in this tiny little glade and the sun shining down on me, and I was alive. But I went back to the field of battle. It was just bones and blood. There was nothing left.
That doesn't mean he helped you. I'm assuming it's a he.
Lathander is a god. He's a god of my mother's people.
Yeah, but did your god invent the pickaxe?
He's the sun.
Mine did.
He is the light of life. He guides
Ew.
us all. He brings out the goodness in us.
So your god is the evil burning thing in the sky. The thing that hurts my eyes.
There's a balance. But ultimately, Meepo, you are a good little creature. You do some mischievous things.
Can you tell your god to turn down the light, please?
Arguably, he has. It is dim in here.
Eh, could stay that way. But your god didn't invent pickaxes, so he is inferior.
But that's.
Pickaxes have to do with anything.
I have no idea.
Pickaxe has to do with everything.
Click, why do you ask?
Without pickaxe, cannot dig. Without digging, why live?
I am just curious. As I've learned, some of the things are different compared to where I'm from, but I'm also learning that there's a lot of similarities. And you are honestly the only person I've ever met with faith as strong as mine. So I wanted to kind of see what you're taught and what your beliefs are in regards to that matter.
I will admit, growing up in the human-dominated realm, I do not come across many other worshippers of Lathander. It is mostly him guiding me when I get messages. I never knew my mother or her people, really.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that. I can't even imagine growing up without a mother.
I grew up without a father.
I have no concept of a mother or father.
Meepo was hatched.
Meepo was hatched.
Let's
Well,
see.
are we
We
gonna
cried
sit
about it.
around and talk about all these gods? And are we going to keep going then, so we can get rid of Maze?
I don't understand why you dislike Maze so much, but we should probably just keep on going because we do have just like supplies that dwindle. Although Click and I can create food and water.
Yes.
So we could presumably just stay.
No, let's go.
I mean, I don't want to feed fish again, but
Do you think there's more of those snake creatures out there?
I hope not.
Mace
I
says
think-
possibly.
Great.
Sorry, I cut you off there. Click. What?
Oh no, you're fine. I was saying the same thing. I was saying that they could potentially be there, but I feel like we need to start making moves.
Yeah.
Okay. You see Maze put away a notebook with a bunch of fresh notes on it into their cloak. This is May says something very quietly to themselves. Drama bomb. So which way should we go?
Looks like there's 2 exits out of here.
Yes, you came up through the bottom path and you can go up or left.
Oh, there's 3. Let's go up.
Okay.
Anybody
Where's
opposed?
the right direction towards the fortress?
All right. Heading upwards relative to the map. You guys continue down on the city streets. You walk for a brief period. You notice it's much of the same. Anything that has been organic seems suspended in a desiccated state. If you go to touch anything of previous organic matter, it crumbles to dust. you advance a few city blocks up until you come to this large mound of rubble, roughly level with the surrounding buildings in front of you. Uh, it appears to block the path forward, but there is a path to your left.
Why can't we just go over the rubble?
Because this is a video game and we can't hop.
No,
Visible walls.
it's not an invisible wall. You could try to climb the rubble if you want to.
Sure, let's go climb and see what's up there, what I could see from up there.
Okay, Meepo, you do have a climb speed, so you don't have to make any sort of athletics check to climb it.
Yep.
But I do need you to make a dex save,
Dex save.
as Meepo leads the climb over this.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if Meepo was the one leading the.
Of course.
You took the initiative, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Okay, so everyone else is watching Meepo climb this rocky face, and he's finding good footholds all the way up until Meepo, you put your foot on what appears to be like a solid piece of stone, but it was rather deceptive how large it was. So when you step on it, you thought it'd be buried into the ground a bit more, but it actually gives way under your weight. You're able to step off it quickly enough, but then as it starts to tumble down the hill, it sets other rocks loose and they also begin to tumble down the hill. Can everyone at the bottom make a dex save to avoid the falling rocks?
All right. This
Well,
one
are you literally dropping falling rocks to the party?
No, I'm dropping rolling rocks.
Rocks fall and you die.
Do we get the extra saves because we're next to Cat?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
And how much is that?
+4.
D4
That's a
or
total
four?
of 19 for me then.
Was it D4?
19 for Click.
So dirty 20 plus 4, so 24.
24.
21.
Katya saves. Maze fails with an 8.
Well, that's because I
Buddy.
don't push him.
Do you actually?
No.
You saw nothing. We're behind you.
Well, if you actually pushed Maze, I'm gonna need like a sleight of hand versus perception here.
No, I won't push, but I definitely won't try
Help.
and keep him up.
Right.
This is literally what we're hired for.
Yeah, with all the bonuses, Maze gets a 14, which is just under what we needed. So Maze is gonna take Where's the dice? There's the dice. What, Dixie? Takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
And I'm gonna laugh at him.
Help! Help, please!
I go back to get Maze.
Okay, you're able to pull Maze from the rock.
Yeah.
We should be careful. Meepo, you are now at the top of the rubble pile. It looks like you could slide down the other side fairly easily.
What do I see?
Perception check.
What do your cobalt eyes see?
Look with my special eyes. My brand. Perception. 26.
All right. Down the street, in the haze of the swirling sand, you can see between the various heights of the buildings, it looks like some of them have multi-purposes, judging by what's left outside of them. You see like what could have been like a smithy shop based on the tools that you see outside, and you see wagons that would have long ago been carrying goods. But that's not what catches your attention. What catches your attention a few blocks down is a long, fairly high wall that seems to go around a building that is many stories tall, narrowing up to a point. Not like a sharp point, but it looks like there's a top floor that there's a almost like a stacked pyramid structure behind this wall. And in the center of this wall, there is, with the 26, looks like a gatehouse, something that you would recognize from your time at Waterdeep.
Huh. There's a. Does this thing look military in nature? Like,
Uh, you heard this building described as a fortress, and it looks like it could be very well defended. Again, with the 26, looking off to your left, you see what would more likely be a barracks. You see no sense of activity of it, just humanoid shapes surrounding it in various poses, all lying on the ground.
there, guys. There's a weird smith at a military barracks thing.
Hold on, let me draw this out, because then I don't think you quite under. What?
Yeah, I remember the smithy, and that it sounds sort of like a fortress. Is it not?
Yeah.
It's not the big fortress we're working our way towards, is it?
It is.
It is. Oh, okay.
So,
The big one in the middle of the city.
all right, excuse my 5-second drawing. Boop. Okay, so Meepo's standing on top of this pile of rubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is roughly where he sees the smithy, and beyond that is where he sees that long wall and the gatehouse over here. Now, when I said you look off to your left, it's this area where you see the various bodies.
The barracks type
Yeah.
building. Okay. Oh, interesting. Guys, I think this is definitely the way we want to go. If we're trying to get to this military out to the fortress in the middle.
Well, then keep leading the way and we'll follow.
You got to get up here.
We're doing it, just slowly making our way up.
All right. Everyone that is actually climbing, I need an athletics check.
What else were they doing?
They're going through this.
Can I kind of just
Fly?
Oh,
Were you going to ask if you could fly?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
All right.
I got a
course.
natural 20 with a -1 for 19.
Levi, you've climbed rocks that are slipperier, more slippy.
More slippy.
It's like, why do I struggle with words that
Slipperier.
Slipperier.
slipperier?
what's
Gotta get
funny
that
is I was,
Kentucky
thinking,
twang and it's slipperier.
I was thinking more slippy just before you said it.
Slipperier.
I struggle with words that have double R's and L's in them, especially when
You've climbed on things that lack more friction.
it's easy for you. Katya, what'd you get?
Where did I go? A 17.
Katya, you're climbing with ease. Now, Maze,
As May's climbing up, I want to take little pebbles of rock and throw at him.
Why are you like this?
Are you actually asking Levi that?
well, is Levi actually throwing rocks?
Not rocks, just little pebbles.
Okay, Katya, you definitely would see Levi doing this.
Then yeah.
Thankfully. Okay.
Then yeah, I will ask.
Because he's a coward and chooses to hide instead of fight like the rest
He's
of us.
a scholar. We've been out here fighting. I don't think he's fought a day in his life before this.
Then he shouldn't be out here.
That's why we're hired. They are paying us.
Well, they shouldn't have sent us with somebody who can't even do anything.
It's literally why they paid us as much money as they did, was so we can bring him back alive.
We didn't get paid that much money to have to deal with this.
Is the problem that I dealt with the money? Is that the problem? Is it? Did I just not show you guys enough of the money? Is that the problem?
Thought we
Not,
split the
not have to deal with dragons. No, there's never enough money to have to deal with dragons. Nobody said dragons.
They weren't expecting dragons.
Yeah,
And
we'll come
frankly,
for
I don't
free if
think-
you just mention the dragons.
I don't think.
The guinea pigs agree. Guinea
Dragons
pigs agree.
exist in this world. Why didn't you just stay home?
Uh,
I don't voluntarily go where dragons are.
Huffing and puffing their way up the hill. Maze is gonna like, okay, I made it. Levi, you feel some tinks on the top of your head. Some like solid material just landed on you.
From where?
You look up, you see Click with a handful of rocks.
And as you look up, I just stare and wave casually, and then grab another and fling it at you.
Be beating each other's rock.
How old is everybody?
I'll just look up at you and say, "That's okay. There'll be a day."
How
I'm
old
just
is
sitting
he?
at the top watching.
Just
If
for the
you're
record, to help you out, Laura, I'm the youngest one out of all of us.
3, right?
He's
Yeah,
You're
I'm 3
three.
years old.
He's a 3-year.
Click
I'm
is
3 years
3.
old.
3-year-old.
I'm
People-
considered a young adult in Aarakocra lifespans.
Fair
The
enough.
average lifespan is about 10 years.
Well, that makes sense then.
Maze is a
Which I
half.
will say, sorry, don't mean to cut you off, Logan.
You keep going.
No, just to kind of give you some of that background, that's kind of also why Click is also like very antsy.
Yeah,
about
that makes
trying to get
sense.
back home, because Aarakocra recognize they have very short terms. And also,
Wow.
fun fact, when researching Aarakocra for playing this character, they also don't understand the concept of ownership.
Oh,
Like when it
darn.
comes to fields, like if we ever pass by like a vineyard, Click is just going to go ahead and grab some fruit, because
Okay.
to him the earth is as open as the sky is.
That's good to know.
But that's just the Aarakocra teachings.
Okay. That's cool to know.
If you're asking this in character,
Yes.
Maze says, "I'm in my 30s. It's like, you know what it's like being a half elf.
That tracks. Wow, you're young.
Yeah. It's
I mean-
I've been a traveler for a long time.
Apparently
This-
not any place with anything that can hurt you.
And how old are you?
I know how to defend myself, thank you. After all this, if you want to have a duel, we'll have a duel, but I'd appreciate some professionalism."
Levi. How old is Levi?
Probably 18 to 21.
Yup, there it is. There's the problem. It's a bunch of children. I'm traveling with a bunch of children.
You're stealing my line from 2 sessions ago.
I am. You're right.
Mine was hatchlings.
You're right.
It's always important to have a childlike sense of curiosity.
How old is Meepo?
Meeple's like 30 in human years, but kobolds live a bit longer than normal humans.
You know, I wasn't expecting that, but okay. I'm in my
What were
50s.
you expecting?
Younger.
The Spanish Inquisition.
That's supposed to mean.
I don't.
It means Meepo's a little chaos goblin.
Yeah, that's
What's
mostly
that?
what it means.
That's just all of us,
I think
regardless
that's
of
just
age.
Eric's characters.
That's all of us.
Katya's in her 50s, roughly 58, in case anybody's curious.
Get my lawn.
When is
Well,
Catchy's
she's like a
birthday?
baby in elf years. You're a baby in elf years.
But-
Do we have normal months, Logan, or fantasy months?
It's fantasy months. Don't give me a real birth date. I'm not going to remember.
Okay. I was like, I'll come up with something.
April 20th.
So now Katya is a half elf, so she is in her 30s, half lifestyle or human's lifestyle.
Yeah.
Maple would be like 25 to 20 in adjusted
tracks.
years.
Okay, now to go down the other side. And Maze kind of does that thing where you kind of try to run while not losing your feet, going down the other side. Let's see, how bad is it? It's bad. They tumble a little bit, fall on their butt, scrape it.
I look at Katya and say, I didn't even push him this time.
I don't think
I
Laura
go
heard
down
you.
and check on him.
Sorry, I'm over here. I got a little stuck on my lifespan.
Okay, it's good.
Mortality.
I go down and check on them, and then
Mate.
I ask, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just a bit dirtier than a library or a fencing hall.
Where did you grow up, Maze? I do feel like we had this conversation.
This cat just slides down the hill. It's like roll a quick d20 for me. Add your athletics.
Yep.
22.
Yeah,
arguments with a book and got a paper cut.
Practically sliding down on a rock like a surfboard. Catchy just appears right next to Click and Maze. It's like, where did you grow up again? Oh, I was in the spine with the
That's
high
right.
with the I was a half elf up there, so they didn't really like me up in High Rock.
Wonder
In all fairness, they didn't like me in Daggerford, so
What did they call you, dirty human though?
no, dirty knife ear.
There's an awkward silence there.
I just got the other half of it.
Yeah. Anyway, then I met up with some bards. It's like it was a traveling circus. I thought, oh yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah.
Made my way down the coast, found the White Spire. Turns out that I like books more than instruments.
Fair enough.
And you know, they taught me enough in High Rock that I know how to defend myself. You see them like pat their clothes. You hear the distinct tink of a sword under there. I just don't like to get into fights.
Arguably, I don't either. I will call
Why
out to
don't I
Click. I
believe
will be like, wait, Click.
Yes.
Technically, Maze here grew up with my mother's people. They probably know a lot more about Lathander than I do.
I never really went to Sunday school.
Fair.
I mean, like I've read books. Looking at Levi.
That's
So maybe I probably know more facts than you do, but I don't think I'm much of a prayer.
fair enough.
Anyway,
All right, this is out of character. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Have we seen Levi use his sword lately?
No, I don't think he's even been carrying it.
Okay.
Levi?
Do
It's out of
do I
character.
even still have it?
I don't think you do. You definitely dropped it when you were in the bottom of the sea, but
thought
and I
you
think
traded it away or something too.
you may have traded it away. Yeah, you traded out all of your armor for leathers,
Yeah.
and I have to double check to see if you gave away you traded away your sword or not. I don't.
I'm pretty sure I don't have it even in my inventory anymore.
Yeah, you. Okay, then if it's not in your inventory, it's not in your inventory.
Is this something you made the rest of the party aware of?
It would have been very visually apparent. It's like he's no longer the shiny golden boy that he was in his original picture.
Gonna keep an eye on this.
Let's see. Oh. So yeah, everybody meets at the bottom of the hill.
Easy enough. Relatively painless. So, I think we want to look inside, I guess. Where's the blacksmith part of the building? Is that to the right? Or,
Going up the street, this is the blacksmith.
okay. I want to look in there first, because why not?
Investigation.
Investigation.
There, Laura, that's a picture of him now.
Thank you. I was looking for that.
Where? There.
You had sent a picture before, didn't you?
You
I
did.
got a natural 1.
Meepo, you
For
go
totals.
digging. You go digging through this smithy, and like you try to grab a hold of of something as you lean in to steady yourself. And as you step in, the thing that you were holding, the thing that you step on, immediately gives way under your weight, and the thing that you were holding on to also gives way. And in fact, it appeared to be a structural beam that you were holding on to as the whole shop collapses.
Great.
Well,
Are you okay in there? Shouts Maze.
nothing interesting in the smithy.
Sure.
All good.
While this is happening, I know there's still the dust storm going on, right?
Yes, it is constant.
I'm gonna just
Unending.
try and fly up to a roof and
Uh-huh.
just keep an eye out to see if that drew anybody.
Perception check.
Okay. Perception. That's a natural 20 for a total of 24.
That's awesome.
That's all you hear. That's all you see.
All right.
You don't see any form of movement.
At least that lets me feel safe, at least for a little bit.
That was your first mistake. Sorry.
It's all right. I got plenty of backup characters. In fact, I have this wizard I'm really excited to play when Click dies.
I am committed to at least getting Click back to his home plane.
All right.
Zaris left
Just
his
banish
mother and father.
Just
Try-
learn to cast Banish.
Shh, wait. What was Chris saying?
I was joking with Laura saying that Zaris died, leaving his mother and father now childless. I wouldn't put it past the cruelty of the DM. Make it to where me or Click doesn't get back home to his fiance and
Can
mother.
that TPK was all on us.
I'm hot. I'm hot.
I can tell. Yeah, you're so devastated.
That TPK was on us. That was our fault.
Anywho.
Which TPK was that?
The one you caused?
Nah,
Yeah.
he's not. He's gonna argue it wasn't a TPK because
He lived.
Because
yeah, Finn didn't die.
You're welcome.
Yeah, last thing that Zaris did was get Finn back up.
Because I thought Finn could help get the rest of us pulled away.
Nope. Finn was
Stay
gonna
put.
run.
Traitor.
Nope.
He caused the fight to begin with, and then he leaves us all.
Watch his,
Um,
watch his,
You all jumped in on that too. So it wasn't just Finn. Finn could have ran out by himself. You tried to help.
Because
That
that's
was-
what friends do. They
Yeah.
are there for each other. I feel like I'm having a Donkey and Shrek moment.
It's funny too because you're a bird.
this is my swamp, donkey.
Hey, at some point, I'm reviving Zarus and letting him do another campaign somewhere.
Well,
I half expect Finn to be the boss at the end of this
the
campaign.
boss.
Depending on where you go, you may run into Finn, or you may not. Maybe he's alive. Maybe he's dead.
Maybe you already
May-
had a chance to run into him.
Is he the one that's stealing faces?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
All right. Is there any other place of interest that we need to be looking at around here?
Looking around, you saw those barracks. That was a bit interesting. And besides various residential areas and homes, you see a couple shops.
Okay.
Is there
I'm
anything
gonna
in the
go
shop?
ahead and take a look at the shops and see if I find anything interesting.
Yeah, I do that too.
Okay,
We can
everyone,
split 'em
everyone that wants to look in a shop, roll investigation for me.
Aww.
Well,
I'm
look,
bad
I
at that.
expect everything to just anytime you touch something, it just turns into dust.
Organic matter.
13.
11.
Hold on 1 second.
19.
Okay.
I thought I had a spell prepared. Let me see if I did or not. Yeah, I have you prepared. Where are you at? Oh, I guess I did have you prepared. Never mind. All right, you said investigation?
Uh-huh.
Dang it. That's a 6.
And it's 6.
Yep. I thought I had a yes ability. I was going to cast that on myself. Apparently not.
Didn't you cast that on me the other day?
I cast it on you at some point.
Yeah. Don't need a steed because I didn't take that spell today.
No fine steed?
No fine steed today.
Okay. Uh All right, roll a D100 for me. Click. Click got a 6, correct?
Quick got a 6.
Okay.
This is where I figure out what trap I stumbled on. That's a 93.
Ooh.
Okay, click.
Yes.
What you find stumbling around is not a store, but going through this small little hut of a home. Just like everything else in the building in the city, everything that was made of cloth or wood or a living plant at some point, as you investigate it, leaves a mounds of dust. But it's when you are shifting through one of these mounds, it's like there's something smooth and round, about a foot long or so, that you brush your hand against.
Okay. I brushed the dirt away from it.
It looks to be a sheet of paper rolled up and wrapped.
Ooh.
I carefully take it out, and
Yep.
I begin to unwrap it.
Can you? It's a spell scroll. It appears to be. You're gonna need to identify it. I'm gonna need you to roll an intelligence check.
I'm saying,
Unless,
fortunately, I don't have the identify spell.
yeah.
And as I was going through my cleric level spells, I realized I have incredibly few actual damaging spells.
That's
Mhm.
what I'm here for.
That's a natural one.
I just don't have.
You
spells.
don't have a freaking idea. This is definitely a wizard spell, a second level wizard spell, but you can't read it. It looks
Fair.
like whoever wrote it, as far as you can tell, was using some kind of weird language. It could be an ancient language, as far as you know, but you can't read it.
Ooh, you know who might know?
Yeah, I'll save it until I can get with what's their face?
Maze.
Maze. Thank you.
Okay.
I wonder
All
if
right.
there's anybody else that can comprehend stuff like that.
All right. Who rolled the 11?
Me.
Okay. Can you roll a D100 for me?
No. Gotta take it out of my baggie. There it is. 59.
Katya,
Yeah.
you are continuing the trend here. You also digging through these mounds of soot and dust find a second level spell
Ooh.
scroll.
I love how you don't even try to see if I can tell what it is.
And you can try to tell what it is.
Is it also. What was it?
Intelligence.
Oh, Lord. I swear, the dice really just don't want me to be smart. I rolled a 6. I have a -2.
You have the hardest time reading common. It's just the sake of you don't practice it enough. So it's something that you didn't need in the army.
It wasn't.
They didn't speak common in the army.
Reading,
read.
Reading common.
Speak common just fine, thank you very much.
Yeah, you can speak in common and elvish and whatever languages you know, but reading them is you struggle with. You give
Kids-
it what?
I was gonna say the kids at the school in Daggerford didn't want me there.
Aw.
So when I was a teenager and in my angsty phase like Levi is, I took off for the army. And I hit things good.
Okay. Meepo, you also get to roll for me. A D100.
29.
29.
One of these is just like something that is gonna kill us outright.
You find a clear glass bottle covered in a fine layer of sticky dust.
Is there anything in it?
What do you do with the bottle? It appears to have a stopper on it, and
Is there like liquid inside of it I can see?
it's coated in a very fine layer of dust. You might have to wipe it off.
What if I wipe the dust? Clean the
You
dust from it?
see a brilliant red liquid.
Pop the cork and sniff it.
It smells. It has like this strong vinegar smell to it.
Guys, you guys know what this is?
Balsamic vinaigrette.
Sonic makes vinaigrettes.
What?
It's Sonic vinaigrette.
Balsamic.
Oh.
What's in there?
No, I'm just.
Well,
He said it smelled like vinegar and it was kind of a red color. I was like, oh, that tracks.
well, I guess there's no way to find out but to down it.
You down
Wait.
it?
No!
Do it.
Can we stop him?
No.
No, well, you all ran off.
I thought he was asking us what it was.
Oh, were you?
Well, I looked at everyone. And that's what they thought this was. I heard somebody said it was a balsamic vinaigrette. I figure I could use some salad.
Okay,
I have
So-
so much regret right now.
Meepo, it's not the vinegar smell was covering over this spicy taste. You feel your throat getting very hot, including like your whole chest and belly.
Oh boy.
For all of you that see Meepo drink this, there's a small flickering light that is going on inside of his chest.
Is me
I
blind?
get out of the way.
Yeah.
Do I feel oddly gassy right now?
Very, you have to belch.
Oh no, it's fire breathing, isn't it?
I guess I got a belch.
You belch in a. Are you looking at anybody?
I can't think I would in particular.
Okay. As you belch, a jet of 30 feet
Jesus.
of brilliant orange flame comes out of your mouth. Whatever you were looking at is now erupts into flames.
Since we're indoors, right? I'm probably gonna like burn the place down.
Yeah,
The roof is
What?
probably on fire.
everything is super dry, so it immediately starts to flame.
I figured this was like clay or something. I don't know if this is like a earthen.
Well, there's a lot of earthen buildings, but you know, the fabrics, the furniture, all that stuff is going right up.
Is this just like a
Meepo-
constant stream, or is this like one big fireball?
As you belched, a jet of flame came out.
Is it like a constant flame, or just like one puff, poof, of fire?
You belched. A jet of flame came out. As soon as you finished your belch, it was done.
Oh,
Brett. You are now inside a burning house.
I should probably leave.
You leave. All right, roll d20 for me.
Five.
Okay.
Is my urge to belch gone?
No, you still have your urge.
Oh.
But the building that you were in, the fire is catching and it completely burns down that building. Everyone can see this bright signal fire.
Great.
Crap,
Great.
crap.
Why do you just drink things?
Well, because they let me do this, and I belch into the air again.
Oh, now if there is anything that will kill us, it knows where we are.
Second jet stream of bright orange flame persists into the sky, briefly illuminating the local area. Meepo, you have that feeling. You still have that feeling.
I'm like a mini dragon. Just start belching.
You get one, you belch again, 30 feet. And then you
This
try
is
to belch.
awesome.
You belch a fourth time, and it's a.
While he's doing this,
It's
I'm
all
going to
gone.
grab
Oh.
It's
two
all gone.
containers, and I'm going to fly above the building that's on fire, and I'm going to cast Create Water in the containers continuously and try and douse out as much of the water as I can.
So I believe Create Water lets you do a rain system, right?
This is create food and water, unfortunately, and it does not let you do a rain system.
Okay. Yeah, 35 gallons, I believe, is how much it is, right?
No, 30 gallons of water on
Okay.
the ground or in a containers within range. Could we actually, because of the whole like it's a one-time cast, could we consider the roof of the building a container, and then therefore it could just
Ooh.
like, slosh itself?
My
I
mouth
do
is
like
contained.
that.
Now that works. It's like you are able to put the building out. Can you roll a d20 for me?
Your lungs
Yes.
are a container.
Anything added to it?
Nope.
All right. That's a 9.
Okay. All right. Now, who got the 19? Levi? All right. Levi, you find. Do 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 do. You find in what looks to be the remains of an alchemy shop in one of the few unbroken jars a strange one. It's a short, fat jar that is nice and wide. It inside, after you clear off the dust, you see a strange smoke-covered form that swirls around. It's like it'll go from like this ethereal smoke and then recondense into a shiny liquid, then smoke liquid, smoke
I want to
liquid.
stuff it in my pocket or bag or whatever.
Okay. All right. So that's what all of you guys find while searching around this area.
I'm going to be scolding Meepo for the display that I've witnessed.
Sir, I don't think they need to hear you.
You can't speak to me. You can't.
I will
Say
speak
what
to
you
you.
will. Say what you will. I've already won.
One what?
I don't know if I consider destroying a building, alerting potential predators where we are at, as winning.
Yeah, but I breathe fire.
Once. You breathe fire once.
4 times.
3
and
times.
it is
3
gone.
times.
3 times.
And it is gone.
And it was awesome.
Meepo had his one shot at being a dragon and he loved it.
Yes. Yes.
Hey guys, look what I found! Maze shouts from across the room, or not across the room, but from across the street.
What you find?
It's like it's this cool scroll. It's called Kinetic Jaunt. I don't actually have this one. It's like I'm gonna have to copy this down in my book.
I'm just gonna hand my scroll over to him.
Oh.
Yeah. Meepo's got to go dig through the rubble and see if he can find more bottles.
I give him mine and I tell him if any of these scrolls has a completely silenced and bound kobolds for a limited time, please use it.
I technically can do that now.
Oh.
For an unlimited amount of time.
For a minute, as long as I'm thinking about it.
You know what? For a minute of reprieve, I might encourage it.
I can command Meepo to be silent for 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
No. So looking at the scroll, the one that you gave him, Katya, is a scroll of blur. If you are able to cast this spell, it distorts your form, making it harder for you to be struck.
That's kind of cool. I don't think I can cast that.
It's too bad.
It's all you, buddy.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
And for you, looking at the... Ooh. Oh, no. What? Oh, my gosh. This is Agonanzar's Scorcher. Oh,
Well, you
see,
seem excited.
well, he was a historical figure that like specialized in evocation magic. It's like we don't actually have all of his completed works, but this is incredible.
Glad you can enjoy it.
Ooh, we have just this is already a successful trip. Do you, do you mind if I hold on to both of these so that way we can copy them down later at the White Spire?
I see no issue with that. I don't think I'd get any use out of mine anyway.
I'm cool with that.
I'm a
Per-
You didn't find him, did you?
no, but I might get use out of it.
That's fair. That's fair. Where did I? Oh,
what?
I got fingerprints of something on my glass. Sorry. Very out of character.
Well, this is. I mean, if you really want them, I'd like to hold on to Agonat Nanzar's Scorcher and Kinetic Jaunt because that I can write them down in my book.
That's fine.
Can you use blur, Levi?
I don't know.
I believe sorcerers and
I know wizards can.
sorcerers and wizards can use blur.
So that's a no.
Yes. No, oh, it is a yes. Levi is a sorcerer warlock.
I know very
I can
little.
use sorcerer and wizard spells.
Oh, you're a wizard?
No.
Well, yeah. Then you can use sorcerer spells.
Yeah, but I could also use some wizard spells too.
Because of your tome?
Because of hold on, give me a second.
While you're trying to figure that out, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I don't think it's a racial thing to be able to use all.
To use wizard spells, yeah. I think you may get like a certain spell as a as an Asimar.
Maybe that's what it was.
Like I've got certain spells I wouldn't have otherwise because of my different things about me.
Anyway. Well, this is turning out to be a great trip.
I'm glad.
Shall we continue on?
Yes.
May starts walking with a skip in their step.
Meebo, don't just
Guys, I want to
don't
find
just-
more bottles.
don't
find-
just drink things.
You find more broken bottles.
Oh. Trying to find the non-broken bottles.
You find an empty, non-broken bottle.
What's in
Looking
it?
for the ones with the fancy reddish vinegar liquid.
You do not find any more.
Oh.
Is there anything in the unbroken bottle?
It is empty.
Yeah. Yeah. I figured.
All right, so what are y'all doing? Maze is walking on ahead.
I'll follow Maze. If there's any buildings that we haven't explored or burned down,
So that was just a general investigation check for all the buildings on the way.
got you. No worries. Should probably be making our way to that guard post thing in the wall.
Yep, you are continuing on your way towards the guard post wall. It's not too long before you get there.
Excellent.
All right, you now have arrived in front of the guard post wall.
Oh, let me clarify what it is. I can learn cleric spells,
Okay,
not
yes,
wizard spells.
that's a sorcerer ability, divine sorcerer ability.
Hmm.
Okay, so you all appear in front of this gatehouse. Now that you all are closer, can I get uh, Arcana checks from everybody?
Maybe.
Shit, I don't know Arcana stuff.
No, because it's an intelligence check.
I'll try. 11. I'm
Nope.
incredible. Oh, I'm
A level
incredibly average.
right there.
With
18.
18, not quite.
Oh, I didn't actually tell you. I rolled a 10, but I have an 8.
Okay. Assuming Click doesn't get above an 18, y'all continue on to the gatehouse. So, this gatehouse is different than the one at Waterdeep. Whereas Waterdeep had a huge arch with a portcullis that would come down, followed by an extremely heavy gate. This one is just two gigantic, what appears to be aged bronze doors. There's a slight foyer in front of it into this gatehouse. That is a covered area. In the center is this round indentation with a small circle pattern in the indentation. You look to your left and to your right on the guardhouse. There appears to be 2 doors.
One tells only lies, the other truths.
There are no guards.
Levi just.
It's even worse. No guards, the 50-50 chance you die. You can't figure out the riddle.
Just because Levi is trying to get out of this area, he's going to go up and push the doors.
The doors are extremely heavy and do not budge.
I touched the circle.
The circle is smooth with an indentation in the ground. Since you're so close to it, you can see that there is what looks to be like a small hole in the absolute center of the circle.
Huh.
I wonder if that's a key.
Put your finger in it.
Either that or we can bust it down. Here, stand back.
I don't think it's a good
Good luck
idea
with that.
that I get out of the way.
That's why I said stand back.
I
All right.
get out of the way.
Katia gets out of the way.
Okay, yeah, get out of the way.
And I'll just start blasting it.
So I started blasting.
We are not good at hiding.
You,
We're
I'm
trying to
assuming
hide.
using an Eldritch Blast, gather the energy around you and propel it forward. It hits the door and ripples
Oh,
like a wave striking a stone.
that's cool. Anti-magic doors. I
You were
blow into the little hole.
You were striking on these, right?
Yes.
Okay, the blues. Yeah. You blow on the hole. There's a hollow.
Thank you. There's a hole, all right.
Well, I guess we're not getting in because we don't have a key.
And I may have missed it, but what's the hole in the center?
Okay, so you have walked up to the guardhouse. You're underneath this little area. Above you is this dome, or this archway, and at the end of it are these 2 gigantic aged bronze doors. In the center of this area, there is a circle with a tiny hole in it. That's what Katia was playing with when going. because she blew on it.
Does it appear to be the size of the orb from the creature that we took out?
No, it is much smaller.
Is it like a
How's
lock? Is it like a tube that goes in? You put a
You
key-
stick your finger in it. It feels smooth.
How small is it?
We would say it's about quarter sized.
Okay.
How
I
deep is it?
take one of my crossbow bolts and I hold one in, like the end that would be loaded into the mechanism, and
Uh-huh.
I just kind of like see how deep the hole is.
You're dropping it in there, dropping it in there,
Not
dropping.
letting it go.
I
Just
know,
like,
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My hand was off camera. You're going like this.
yes.
I was hoping.
Your fingers touch the tip of the hole, and you still feel like you could wiggle it. So there's more space down below.
Gotcha.
And you pull it up.
All
I was
right.
hoping I could. There was a
Now,
lock I could pick in.
For Chris, there are two doors on either. There are two smaller doors on either side of this portcullis area.
Yeah.
That's what I'm pointing to with the little red arrows.
That makes sense.
And they appear to be locked.
No one's tried them
We
yet.
haven't tried.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just give the door like a little nudge.
It crumbles to dust under your hand.
Which little door?
Left or right?
We'll say right.
All right. As it crumbles to dust, you see a descending set of stone stairs.
Do we want to go underground?
Any light?
No light is coming from the descending stairs.
I'm gonna walk over and poke the other door and see if it does the same thing.
It also breaks.
Now, are you saying ascending or descending?
Descending.
I turn to
Going-
Levi and say, "Would you be so kind?" And I hold up one of those rocks that I never threw at him.
And I cast light on it.
It glows.
And then I give it a little chuck.
It goes down the stairs. It looks like there is a floor beneath the one you are standing on.
Well, let's try this one then. And Levi will start going down.
All right, going down the stairs.
I'll follow shortly after, and I'll turn to Kat and Meepo and Maze, and I will inform them that I think we're going downwards.
Shouldn't up make more sense?
There's only descending steps.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so as you
This
go down the
rhymed
steps,
horribly.
I found my cool armor underground, Meepo.
Still expecting
What's
horrible
not underground?
ending.
dragons, except the ones that dig.
Except the ones that are underground, as the movie showed.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that was amazing.
It's not a cave. So,
I loved that dragon
which dragon?
in the D&D movie.
I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers.
I was saying nothing.
it was very enjoyable.
Oh,
We'll
it was
see it.
so good.
All right, Chris, we'll have to go this weekend or next weekend or.
Do it.
I'll say next week it would be more doable. Well, depending on when you want to see it. If you want to see an evening showing, I could probably do just about any day.
So you all descend the stairs, and these little doubles are the stairs. It looks like you can get out on two sides. In the middle of the room, you see a tube just coming down from the ceiling that goes into what looks like a large bowl. Actually, more of a large sphere. The large sphere has another tube running off of it into a direction, running in this direction. Can you give me a perception check?
Who?
or whoever wants to look around the room, because right now all you see is the tube that comes down and goes into this kind of bulb device that has a tube leading out from it that
I would
goes
like
over.
to look up and see if there's a hole in the ceiling from the floor we came from.
There is right here.
Guys, I know exactly what this is.
I got down there first with a 23.
Okay. So with the 23, Levi, you're looking around the room. You see two pillars that connect to the ceiling. You see what looks to be a wheel suspended from the ceiling right here. Come on. I want to draw.
No draw. Just say.
All right, that's a wheel.
I figured it out. We are in a giant Rube Goldberg machine.
Oh, what?
Who?
A giant Rube Goldberg machine. So
What are you calling a rube?
have it in the airplane that there is this individual by the name of Rube Goldberg that got really, really bored and had way too much time. And this is where we get the whole lesson about idle wings cause major mayhem. And he would make these very elaborate machines that did absolutely nothing.
So this does absolutely nothing?
That is my theory.
Okay.
I start looking around to see if I find like Aarakocra evidences from Rube Goldberg.
All right, investigation. I don't know what you would look for evidence of Aarakocra.
I'm sorry. I
Like
love that
our
you're
similar like architecture, like or how we do our carving and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's like how you can find pottery and you can figure out like what region it came from based off like the various characteristics. And that's a total of 15.
So with a 15, you don't find any Aarakocra type pottery, but you do find some broken pottery over here. That's some pottery right there.
For the record, you guys do know what a Rube Goldberg machine is, right?
Yes,
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
I'll send you some videos, Laura.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Levi, you find like a weird line of dust that connects these two beams, and it seems to go in a straight line to this broken pottery over here.
Click. I love that you're from the airplane.
Yeah.
So, is the wheel
Hey,
connected to
I'll tell you though, there's an issue, and despite its name, there's lots of snakes on that airplane.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
now, and also, click.
Yeah.
Speaking of snakes, that pottery that you found, the broken pottery right here,
Yes.
has snake iconography on it.
oh.
Now, when you say snake iconography, do you mean like the actual reptile, or do you mean like the mechanical snake we followed?
Yes.
Okay.
So, what were you saying, Levi?
The wheel, is it connected? What is
The
it
w-
connected?
The wheel is connected to the ceiling. It seems to be able to free spin.
Well, I'm gonna try and spin it.
You spin it, it spins well enough.
So it's just like on a bearing.
Yeah.
Spin the wheel on a bearing.
Yep.
And you said there was what leading up to the pillar?
There's this weird line of dust.
On the floor?
Yep.
Does it look like the pillars turn?
Do you try to turn the pillars?
Was that a question?
Yes, that is a question. Are you trying to turn them? How do you go about looking at them?
Well, I'll look at them and see, you know, if they're structural holding up the roof, or if they look like they're on some sort of pivot thing. So, without too much force, I'll sit there and try and twist it a little bit. But
It
not
looks-
enough to actually move it.
It looks like it passes through the floor going up, but as you push on it, it doesn't actually seem like you're not able to turn it with your light pushes at all. But you're able to guess that it could spin.
Okay, so what I'm thinking, and I'll tell done looking at his pots.
Oh, I'm done.
I will say, I think that somehow this wheel turns these pillars and they open the doors upstairs.
So, if I'm understanding correctly, you're thinking that what's going to have to happen is one of us is going to have to maybe stand here at the wheel, so that way the rest can go through the door.
Well, the wheel's not turning anything right now.
Okay, so it's missing a piece.
I think so, but we've looked around the room and I didn't necessarily see anything. But
Can I take a? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but the tube and the bowl with the other tubes down here lead me to think that some sort of like water or something needs to go into that, some sort of liquid.
I see. Well, in that case,
Maybe we need to get the Brainiac down here and see what they say.
Levi, I think that we are plenty smart enough, and I think we got this figured out.
It's a useless machine.
Logan, I'm going to take a look at the machine. Can I see like if what Levi's talking about, like does it look like it needs a liquid or water in order to operate?
So I'll just describe what's in the room right now, and based on what you guys know. These pillars, based on what Levi was looking at, are able to spin, but he was not able to move them just with his hands.
Uh-huh.
There's a line of dust in between these two pillars and goes in the direction from this one pillar over here to this wheel that was able to spin. At the bottom of this wheel is where you found some broken pottery. And you see that there was a tube also leading towards that broken pottery that came from this bulb looking device. Like it came down like this.
I lick my finger.
Is this a giant bong?
Well, it is the season.
Just remember, Kat, you're not down here, I don't think.
I'm not down there. I thought I came down the stairs.
Katya comes down the stairs.
Thought we all did.
Oh,
Everyone
thought-
can come down the stairs.
I
I
did
mean, I
tell
could-
everybody.
I
So
could stay up on the
well-
first level with Maze. I just assumed everybody was going.
Well,
Ev-
well, me and Click went downstairs. Nobody said that they were coming with us when Click said, "Hey, we're going down here."
Oh, I'll just stay on the first level then.
I would like to, and it might be taking a stretch, but I would like to get close to the hole and just see if I smell anything.
Which hole?
The small hole in the center.
So you go upstairs?
No. The center hole, like here. I thought that was a hole.
No. There's a hole up here that goes down to what you suspect is this bulb in the bottom.
Okay. And then so it looks like this tube connects to this.
Yes, this tube goes from the bulb to where that broken pottery is.
So I'm going to get out my water skin and I'm going to pour a little bit of water in the bowl and see what it does.
The bowl upstairs?
I'm so confused, Logan. I thought there was only a hole upstairs.
All right, hold on. So, we're going to call this the hole. It's a basin with hole.
Okay. So it's an actual basin with a hole that's about the size of a quarter.
Yes.
Okay.
And it leads to the bowl downstairs.
I've been calling this the bulb.
Looks like you sketched this in AutoCAD or something.
Okay. So there is a column in the center of this room.
Yes, that leads down to the bulb.
And this tube here is at an angle.
Yes.
I turn to Levi and I say, Levi, if your theory's correct, either A, we're going to need a lot of water to get that water pressure to push up on this tube, or B, we need to heat the bottom of this bulb to create steam that will travel through that end of the tube.
Light a fire.
Meepo says, appearing behind you.
I use our rings of message and I look up and I say, Cat, can you do me a favor and pour some water into that hole?
I pour a whole canteen into the hole.
You guys hear a trickle, 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 trickle of water going down the pipe into the bulb.
All right. Does anything happen
You heard a trickle, 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 trickle.
outside of that?
Nope.
Okay.
You might. You know how a cup sounds when it gets filled with water?
Yeah.
There was a tiny bit of that.
So it needs more water?
I cast Create Food and Water.
All right. Roll a d20 for me.
13.
13. Okay. So the water fills up this bulb and it goes whoop, and it spills out on the floor.
Lovely. Make 30 gallons of it.
Here,
Yeah.
let me just.
So tube 2 didn't. Is tube 2 going into the air? Going
Yep. Yep. Now that broken pottery is all wet.
Okay, so tube 2 did go to the broken pottery.
Yep.
Okay, so we got water or liquid as far as the broken pottery.
All right. So I go to where the broken pottery is. Does it look like there was a lever or a weighted mechanism underneath them?
Nope. You just see some broken pottery. Above the broken pottery is that spinning wheel.
I want to cast mending.
All right. I'm going to need you to make an Arcana roll to see how long it takes you to fix this. Because some of it is in bigger shards. Some of it might be a bit smaller.
Guidance.
What does guidance do?
A D4.
Four?
You get a D4.
Well,
Are there?
I'm definitely gonna need it.
I know I'm not there, but Logan, are there more stairs down?
Yes, there's another door where you can lead to get yourself down.
But they both lead down
Ah.
here, right?
So
Yeah.
it's essentially a dead end in that building, in that room.
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay, a total of 10.
10. You're going to take a solid half hour just to get most of the pieces. But you've got this imperfect piece of pottery.
Well, once that's done, I'm gonna tell Click to tell her to do it again.
All right. I use the ring of message and I tell Cat, do it again.
Make sure not to be a jerk DM. All right, so you fix the pottery. It's sitting on the floor. What do you do with it?
Well, I place it to where the tube 2 goes out onto it.
Okay, so let's say this is your pot. It's got cracks in it.
I want you to know I only have 1/3 level spell slot left.
Do you want me to come up there and do it?
No, I can cast it. If you need it again, then you will have to come up and do it.
All right. Go ahead and go
I'm
for it.
just saying, because I've got a first level create water spell.
Hold on. Before you do it,
Nobody said anything.
hold on. Before you do anything,
Yes.
I'm just going to kind of like go to the wheel. Does it look like the water's supposed to run on this wheel and then the water's supposed to make the wheel turn?
It looks like. Have you guys ever seen like a block and tackle pulley?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the ceiling. This is the bearing that's sitting on. This is the wheel. That's all it is. There was a line of dust leading to it. There's some dust up right here, and then this is where you found those shards of broken pottery. So you fixed the pottery, and now it's sitting beneath the wheel.
Okay.
I don't know. I still feel like we're missing something.
Yeah, I can't figure out the mechanism. I asked Chris, I'm not understanding how this is supposed to work. Because I thought maybe it was just a weight thing. Then I thought maybe it was a hydropower thing. Now I don't know what type of thing it is.
Well, like I said, let's get the book nerd down here.
Yeah, let's just let Maze do it.
No. Maze can't do it while Maze is an NPC.
Not with that attitude.
I
Maze, get
come
down here.
down
There's
if,
some really
like,
cool
10
books.
If like 10 more minutes go by and nothing happens, I come down.
Okay, so you're saying about the dust, but what's the issue with the dust?
I lick my finger, I stick it in the dust, and I stick it back in my mouth.
It tastes like dust. It's
Yeah.
like makes you think of like your fingers have gotten dirty during your trip here. You know all that stuff you've been touching. You know,
Uh,
like
Yeah, you
this,
think it's from these dead corpses
I drink
all around the city. That dust.
Okay, so what
All
if
that-
this dust used to be a rope?
What are you thinking?
Well, maybe we need to string a rope from the pillar to the other pillar to the wheel.
Oh, and pull?
Well, then we would use and then hang the pot on it and let the pot pull the weight.
Possibly.
Okay.
But I
Do you
mean,
ever just feel really dumb in D&D?
Well, here's the thing. I don't have rope.
Do I have any rope?
I have none.
I've got some rope. And I'll hand my rope to Click.
I don't have rope either.
I will go ahead. How long is it?
50 feet.
50 feet?
Plenty.
How much rope are you gonna need?
that's plenty.
All right. So I go ahead and begin tying it to a spot that looks like it might hold a rope on pillar 1, moving it to pillar 2, bringing it through the little wheelie system, and then having Levi and Kat lift up the pot while I tie the rope around it.
Okay, so you guys have mostly got it. I just got one last brain teaser. What direction do you tie the rope?
Logan?
Well, if it's
Chris,
I
put up
have-
with your shit.
Logan, I have spent 12, 16, 18 years in school. 6 of those were in higher education. I hold a license to practice therapy individually. I have spent hours upon hours reading books and texts about the anatomy of the brain. I can tell you about all the different parts, from the amygdala to the hippocampus to the cerebellum. And you're asking me to do engineering work.
Yes, that's what I studied for.
I can tell you a lot about nature and history.
All right, you know what? That's it. Fine. Next time, I'm going to DM a game, and it's going to be all about psychology and brain anatomy.
Yeah,
I'd
that'd
love
be
that.
fun.
I'd love that.
I'd do that.
Well, since I have worked with block and tackle, and
Uh-huh.
I've actually done rappelling and stuff like that, it will be from the pillar over the top, and if it's an actual
Here.
mechanical
Just-
advantage type situation,
Can you draw it for me?
Just
It's
do it
without-
one way. If it doesn't work, do it the other
Be
way.
back.
Who cares? I mean, not like you can't just try again if it's wrong.
well, we don't have another thing to try and get that mechanical advantage, so we'll just do it over once and have that tied to the pot first.
All right. So, I guess what I'm asking for.
From your picture of the wheel there, it would be the rope would go over it clockwise.
On the first one?
On the purple picture.
Right. No, I'm asking like, let's say this is number 1 and this one's number 2. You want this one wrapped clockwise?
No,
We got to wrap it around the pillars.
Yeah.
no. Okay, because Did we know if the doors upstairs are open inward or towards us?
They open towards you.
Okay. If they open towards us, we want the first one to be wrapped clockwise.
Uh huh.
Let's say clockwise. And the second one, we want it to be counterclockwise. And then up and over the wheel.
Yep. Okay, now the pottery is tied. All right, everything is in tension.
Okay. Now, do you want me to just go up there and do the create water?
How much water is it?
My create water is 10 gallons.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough. So you create water. Everyone hears the pottery fills with water, and everyone that's down below sees it sink down and sees the rope tighten. Levi, up top, the doors begin to swing open on their hinges. But because this pottery is incomplete, it's dripping out and starts to close back.
Well, I don't know that. I just see the doors start to open and close back then.
Doesn't Meepo have an immovable rod?
2 of them.
But
It is.
Levi, can you roll a d20 for me?
This is a fantastic time for an
14.
immovable rod.
All right, you're good. All right, Levi, you saw the doors open up and then close. Everyone else saw the pot begin to descend, and then as it lost water, dripping out from the holes, it went back up.
All right, I use my ring of messaging and I shoot a message to Levi that says, "Hey, it looked like it worked down here. However, the pot is losing water, so it wasn't able to keep its weight going. How did it look up there?"
I will tell him the doors started to open and then they closed right afterwards.
All right, I tell Kat and anybody else that's down here with me exactly what he said, and I say, "I suggest we go upstairs so that way we can do it again, and let's make it through the door."
Okay. Wait, how are we going to get back out?
Well, Meepo has immovable rods. If anything, he can prop a door open for us.
I'm sure there's got to be another way. And from the other side. I'm not going to leave these rods here. Looks that
I mean,
we
we
won't
could
come back to
send-
get them.
I'm sure we'll come back for it, Meepo.
We might not.
we
Depends
could
on
send-
what's on the other side.
And
We could
even if we don't, there's plenty of treasure that you can use to buy yourself even more immovable rods.
We could send one person through and they could see if there's a mechanism to open it up from that side.
I don't want to have to keep asking Levi to keep making water and using his spell energy. We could do that. I just worry about doing it.
Fair.
Said I'm not gonna leave my movable rods here. Well, I'll put them there to get us all through, but I ain't gonna leave them there. That's just asking.
Wait, I look at. Is Maze down here? Am I
Yep.
by Maze?
Here I am.
Are you able to do that spell thing to get us out of the city when we're done?
Which spell thing?
That circle thing we did.
Kind of a problem with double majoring is that you don't get as far in a certain field.
Didn't somebody here have create earth?
I think that was
David.
yeah. It was Lou and
Oh,
Mold Earth.
Mold Earth, whatever.
Yeah.
I vote we just go through.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Sounds like we're in agreement. Everybody comes upstairs, Levi. They wait for your cast.
Oh, so we're doing this again?
Yeah.
Yep. And this time we're going to go through.
All right. So I will. This time. I will do it at second level, which will then be 20 gallons.
Okay. All right. You cast the spell, and the doors open up to their maximum point before they slowly begin to close again. They're closing.
Let's get in.
Moving in.
Okay, you all rush through.
Sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I know y'all were being polite, like waiting
I
for
kind
me
of
to
figured that
finish.
was a given.
You all make your ways through the gate. As the doors close loudly behind you, I think that's a good place for us to end our session. All right. And can I get one last d20 from Levi?
All these mystery D20s.
15.
Okay, you're good. All right.
Good for what?
Great question.
All right, guys. That was a good session. It was my first attempt at a puzzle.
No, it isn't.
Well, a puzzle, an actual puzzle
You've done
versus just like, hey, there's a bunch of revolving doors. Try to figure your way out.
Well, because we had that table puzzle that one time.
Oh, right,
Oh
right.
yeah.
I forgot about the table puzzle.
It's your first engineering